Hey, sweet now friends, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do some lemon nails. So I've just started with the plain white base, color vibe in whiteout. So Maniology had an MX sound box that had fruits, and I don't have it, but I liked the colors that were used together. So it was like blue, green, yellow, and like a gold kind of tone. So I'm just gonna piece together with what I have to kind of do something similar. So I'm gonna start with this plate for Maniology, YUM 588, and I like this design here. So this one I'll just end up go ahead and placing down because it's a solid. So the blue I'm gonna be using is Maniology's Alice B468. Just gonna put it all over it. That way I get a better pickup because it's very etched. Okay, getting off that bottom portion that doesn't need to be on there, and then we'll place. Okay, and I set that one aside. Okay, and we're done with that plate. Now I'm going to go to Maniology plate M231. This plate is a discontinued plate, but I wanted to get this image here. It's got these little lemons. You could also use them for limes. I don't think you can tell a difference. I can't. And for this pickup, we're going to go to Maniology's Emerald City B514. And I'm going to set it aside after the pickup so we can reverse stamp it. Okay, extra pieces are off. I think I'm done with that plate as well. So now we're going to hop over to WH-58. It came in an Amazon set of plates. It was like a Halloween, 3 Halloween plates and 3 Thanksgiving plates. I want to get this image here. I'm going to go back to Alice and hopefully we can get a good pickup. Sometimes these can be hit and miss, especially these kind of designs. Hold on one second. My nail looked kind of crooked. Let me get that fixed. There we go. So I'll end up um, having to turn it. And since it is so etched, I'm going to go ahead and place uh, the polish across all of it. Okay. And then I didn't have a stamper ready. That's a my bad. I turn it. Okay, it's wobbled, so I'm gonna try to do that again. I am not too good at picking up lines, so I'll be right back. Oh, it's so etched that it's picking up some of that cotton off of the clean off too. Well, that one's, I just missed part of it. Okay, I'm gonna work with this one. I swapped to this other stamper. It's a bit more, it's more firm than my purple ones. I mentioned that in my last video, actually. A lot of people will use the monocle. I just prefer the ice cubes. Okay, that's a me fault. Not perfect, but it'll work. So if you ever have that problem, just try to switch stampers. Because, yeah, I don't know what, this one's just so much firmer than the purples. These are very, but they typically still pick up fine. But this time I did need to switch. Well, also gonna be done with that plate. I was gonna also mention if you're ever worried that you won't have the time to get your image like I just did on there, just put your sticky base coat or um, even a clear coat. It'll be wait till it's tacky and apply it. Okay, so for my main fruits, I'm going to be using these plates, and it came in a set of 3 fruit plates from also from Amazon. They don't have a name or number on them. If you're interested, also I had to apply my own backings. If you're interested, just please let me know and I will try to look back on my orders and see if I can't see if it's not still there. So let me get this film off. Okay, I had to get it started. I know some people like to watch it come off. Okay, I'm gonna go with this image here. No, that's not it. Hold on. Okay, it's on the other one. I'm gonna get something off of each plate. But the one I would oh, sorry, I bumped you, friends. Uh, this one. We're gonna start with that one. Okay, I'm going back to Emerald City for this pickup. Oh, okay. Look, my stamper's pressed in. I was like, why in the world did it do that? That was, I didn't realize it was like that. So I'm gonna repick it up because it missed that side portion and be right back. Okay, I'll do it with you just in case you want to see. But didn't miss that much, but just enough to bother me. All right. All right, now we're going to this plate. We're gonna get this image here. Gonna go ahead and use uh, Emerald City for that as well. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't know what I was thinking. That's gonna make it look like a lime. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna see what Heart of Gold B187 will look like. Sorry, forgot to unpause. Let me look at this with the yellow. Hold on. Okay, friends. Sis is getting it together now. Okay, so what I decided to do, I've picked it up in Maniology's Yuletide Yellow B533. I was so focused on that I'm gonna pull some green in that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that for the pickup. No, I need to be doing it in yellow. Otherwise, we have limes, and this one is a lemon thing. So who's been screaming at me? So what I'm gonna do, I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause and go back and pick this up in the yellow as well, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Now it makes sense. Okay, went back for the tiny one as well. Okay, we're caught up. We're good. I also want to go ahead and grab this image as well. Still Yuletide yellow. Okay, and I'm pausing to clean off the extra pieces. That way you're not just sitting there waiting. Okay, and I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this as well. Because if you look at like this plate, like these to me, I think are supposed to be orange slices. These look different, but they're bigger. These are a bit smaller, so I think I'm using those as a lemon. But it could, be whatever you want. Okay, friends, we're gonna start with the tiny lemon, and I'm going to Maybelline Tropic Talks for the little leaf. When I reverse stamp, I just use my cheap polishes, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, cheap Walmart ones, just to save on cost. For the yellow, I'm going to paparazzi, be optimistic. Now I can still use Emerald City coming up towards the end for something else I was thinking of doing. Since we have a lot of lemons to color, I'll pause here and finish this one and be right back. Okay. Also, again, you could use this as a lime if you wanted to. Okay, just do the same thing. Just swapped over to my bigger brush since it's a bigger image. Okay, so I'll continue and be right back. Okay, and I'm using that same green for the leaf. Okay, finished with that one. Okay, and this one, same thing, guys. I'm not gonna change colors. I was gonna share with you. Yesterday I had cooked some. I guess you would call it pork stir fry. But I have found this sauce. Now, obviously, it's not gonna be healthy, but man, it tastes so good and it makes everything yummy. It's a Korean barbecue sauce. It's not like an American barbecue sauce. It's a very different. But for this particular dish, I cooked my pork in a, what do you call those? Crock pot? No, pressure cooker. Is that the same thing? Oh my gosh. No, those are different. Anyway, so the meat was tender and I cooked some white rice and some like those packages of uh coleslaw mix. Now I didn't cook that much. I wanted it to have the kind of the crunch. Now I wash mine off. You know, they'll say ready to eat or whatever. I still wash them, but I put all that together with the meat with some a little bit of garlic powder just because I love garlic powder. Trying to remember if I added anything other seasoning because it really doesn't need much extra, if any, with that Korean barbecue sauce. Anyway, you just mix that sauce in with it. Oh my goodness. And with the crunch from the coleslaw just was extra yum. So I've been liking to keep that on hand. It's just like for a quick meal. I've also used it with noodles. Yup, still super yum. And you could do it with beef, chicken, pork, probably even fish, even just vegetables, even just rice if you're vegan. Yes. Now, I don't know the ingredients in the sauce. You'd have to, look at that. I didn't pay attention to it, but you could pair it with anything. Okay, so I'll do all the lemons and be right back. Okay. And next one, of course, same thing. Also, since I've got this yellow still, I'm gonna go ahead and hop over to this one and then I'll go in with that green in a minute. This one is finished. So I just have to add the green for this one. I'll finish and be back. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to place the tiny lemons in the frame here. Okay. This nail is going to get the large lemon pieces. Just going to peel off what I can, tuck under what needs to be tucked under. And I'm currently using this one to place my images. As long as it's tacky, it goes on there. This one, I've had to glide it on there so that I don't smear it, or at least not as much. Put this lemon with it. Okay, this one's gonna get this now. And there's still one more thing I'm gonna end up planning to do as well. And this one, I'm just gonna peel off. This one little piece I'm gonna stick over here. There ain't nothing. Oh, don't come off now. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna mention to you on this one. See how you can see that blue coming through? I'm gonna have to take this with my brush and we're gonna have to cover that up. I mean, it's up to you if want to do that or not. Of course, I don't like being able to see through it to that much. So I'll see how well I can get it and be back. Man, y'all, I was gonna go for my walk today. It's just good for me, and there comes a storm. I hear it. So I think I'm gonna stop here because it's still gotta dry, which will make it look a little bit better once it's dried. That way I don't completely cover the outlines. So I'm gonna set that one aside. All right, last thing I was planning to do is go to Maniology Plate M472, and I want to get these images. This is where Emerald City is going to come in. Okay, I'm going to take each one, but I'm going to do them separately though. Yes, I could turn the plate so I wouldn't have had to clean up so much, but I did not. Trying to decide if I want to leave it like this or add a little more. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, I'm sorry I lied. I went ahead and added a little bit more. Okay, and again, I was just gonna mention, uh, I know I talked about it earlier, but like this one, it's got a difference than these two. So although these are bigger, I did go ahead to decide to make those into lemons, but you could make them into, whatever you want. My only other thing I was sitting here debating forever is adding some of that, one of these to like the bottom and top portion of this image or nail, but I just can't decide. I don't wanna I'm just iffy. So I'm thinking at this point, we're just gonna leave it, but that is an option, if you are curious as to anything else to do. So I think we're gonna stop here because that also gives this nail kind of that main, I don't know, like pull of the theme. But you could do the same thing with it being limes or oranges or whatever. Do really like that blue with the yellow and the green. Now, I could have pulled in some of that Heart of Gold. I didn't like it for the lemon because it wouldn't have shown up as well as Yuletide Yellow. But you could have figure a way to pull that in if you wanted to do it with those or the frame, whatever, different things you could do. And I would like to do some other fruit nails as well. So, as always, I greatly appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much. I will list the Maniology products I used in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day, friends. Love you. Bye.